What's going on, Organic Growth Nation? This is Cameron Devon Crew in the building this evening. I'm feeling fantastic. I'm feeling fly. I'm feeling lovely. It is a brand new year. Today is January 1st, 2021. Ladies and gentlemen, my outlook on this year is incredibly bright and optimistic. I can feel it in my bones. I can feel it flowing through my blood. Good things are going to happen. We're going to come into abundance. I want to take a brief moment and give my thoughts and my prayers. I really want to give my thoughts and my prayers to everyone who had to endure losses of employment, losses of opportunities that they relied upon for their livelihood. And I really want to give my thoughts and my prayers to those who lost loved ones during the 2020 pandemic. Ladies and gentlemen, what I want to talk to you about tonight is dealing with fear and fitting everything taking place in the economy, everything taking place with the uncertainty of what's going to happen with COVID-19. I really want to talk about how fear and doubt affects your outlook and your ability to visualize abundantly for yourself. Last night, we went out to the Strip to celebrate New Year's Eve. We had a fantastic time. I actually got those luxury face masks in. So me and my business partner and cousin, Elliot Lucas, we went out to the Strip dressed real fly in some of those masks. We had many people asking us about them. We kind of wanted to see what people thought as we were walking around, just mingling with people. Feeling hella great about the feedback. They're made out of organic cotton, and they have black leather on them, and they have a little bit of drapage that you can kind of throw over your shoulder or tuck into the suit coat like a scarf. Had us looking real handsome and playish. So I did get a little bit lit last night. I'm not gonna lie to you. You know what I mean? Did I black out? Definitely not. I maintained my consciousness. But we started the night while we were recording the podcast, celebrating, talking about our goals, feeling very good. And we did kill a whole bottle of champagne and then about another bottle of white wine. And then by the time we made it to the Strip, we're out mingling. We're mingling with some beautiful ladies, enjoying ourselves. And we might have had 2 or 3 too many of those big White Claws that you can get from the convenience store inside Cosmo. So I definitely did get slightly drunk, but I maintained my mouthpiece. I was not slurring too much, and I was not stumbling in the game, ladies and gentlemen. So at the end of the day, we had a great time. I had to take today to really recover my hydration, so I've been drinking that good Starkey 9.6 pH alkaline water straight from Idaho. Good job, Idaho. And I got my green juice with me right now. What we got in this one is apple, cucumber, celery, and I have Dino Kale. Has me feeling very lovely and healthy, so I can stay healthy on a hater. Anyway, I'm gonna get into this game, ladies and gentlemen. Let me switch up the music. You know how I do. I got a flow. I need something a little bit more playerish. So I want to talk to you about dealing with fear. Ladies and gentlemen, there are only 2 natural fears that we actually have as human beings, and those are the fear of heights and the fear of loud noises, and that's according to science. All other fears are learned through either first-hand experience, which means that you yourself undergo an experience, or they're learned through second-hand experience, which is the primary culprit of why we have so much fear in our body. We learn to be afraid through others. When you're a kid, you're fearless. You learn how to walk, you fall over, you hurt your knee, you get back up, you do it again, you do it again, you do it again. You don't doubt yourself, you don't judge yourself, you don't criticize yourself. There's really no fear in the game when you're learning how to get your step on at 3 years old. When you're a little kid and you're out on the sandbox and there's 3 other little kids around, you know, a lot of you adults, y'all are afraid to go to a business and make that sales pitch because you have to deal with a person. A lot of my fellas, y'all are afraid to approach that beautiful woman wherever she is because you're afraid of rejection. A lot of my ladies, you might be trying to get your money up, get your Instagram popping, get your sex appeal on. But you're afraid of what your females will think, possibly your coworkers, maybe your parents, so you internalize the fear of being criticized. See, these are all unnatural fears. When you're that little kid in the sandbox, you basically go up to each other, the kids chop it up real quick. What's your name? Oh, my name's Sam. My name's Nick. My name's Samantha. I like you. You like me. Let's go see what's happening with these SpongeBob toys and let's just get it popping right here on the playground. That's pretty much how you are as a kid. You're fearlessly exploring. I remember when I was a little kid living out in the country and in the city in Georgia, I would literally, we'd move into a new neighborhood and I'd get my football and my Frisbee and I'd literally just walk around to the different houses in the neighborhood and I'd just be knocking on the door. The adult would open the door and look at 6-year-old me and I'm literally looking up at him. I'm like, hey, do you have any kids that can come outside and play? I just want to play today. It's Saturday. And they'll look at me kind of funny style. And then every now and then they let their kids come out. I'd make a new friend. We'd be throwing the football in the front yard, having a good time, chopping it up. And that's how kids are. You're just fearless like that. So the adults have to check you at a young age to get you from going too far with your adventure. Because at the end of the day, some shit could have happened to me. I could have been kidnapped by some weirdo. My parents didn't even know I was walking around. So, you know what I mean? I understand they want to rail us in so nothing bad happens to us. But the thing is, ladies and gentlemen, we have to learn how to be rational with our fears and get rid of all the irrational fears that we hold. It's irrational for you to be afraid to go and speak to someone in a mall just because they're a stranger. It's irrational for you to be afraid to make a sales call. It's irrational for you to experience fear for wanting to put yourself out there in a video or a podcast. Or if you're a female, it's irrational if you want to start a fashion line or get some kind of business popping to get your money up because you're afraid of what people will think about you. Maybe they'll hate on you. Maybe your homegirls will start to become envious that you're getting attention, you're getting your money, your outfits are getting better, you're rocking the Manolo shoes and those Montclair jackets, and now your girlfriends are low-key kind of hating on you. So I know that can be something that you don't want to experience, so you project that it may happen and then you become afraid of it. But all of these things, they limit our game. They limit our ability to visualize a better future for ourselves. And you're going to get what you picture in life. So if you're afraid to see yourself living the life that you want to live, then what you're going to do is you're going to picture something more safe. You're going to picture something that's going to be within the bounds of where you've had certain experiences and you know that whatever negative happens, it ain't going to be that bad. So the first thing that we have to do when dealing with fear is we actually have to picture the worst case scenario, accept it for what it would actually be, really see it happening. And then when you realize that it's not going to be a game changer, it's not going to be the end of the world, a little humiliation that you may get from going and introducing to someone that you find yourself attracted to, it lasts 30 seconds and then you get on with your life. A lot of us have been taught to be afraid of investing in the stock market or trying to start a business because you need job security. And investing can be risky. You can lose your money. It's better to put it in a 401k, a pension, or a savings account. But if you're able to actually look at the worst case scenario and figure out in advance how to mitigate your losses in those scenarios and how to have emergency funds set aside in case you do endure losses when it comes to financial investing or going into a business endeavor, then you can get rid of the fear, because you have to get rid of the fear in order to picture what you desire most, and more importantly, to actually be able to put yourself into it and really go for it like you're not playing. Because a lot of times, if you're able to muster the courage to go forward with things that you are afraid of, the fear in your body will actually creep up and it will show itself in your behaviors and your actions. You'll push other people away with your shyness, with your anxiety, with your discomfort. Your actions in the business that you try to go for will be half-assed. And if you put forward half-assed efforts, then you will get half-assed results. So that is pretty much all that I want to say about fear, going into 2021, think about what you really want, get rid of the fear, get rid of the doubt, and move forward and put your whole heart into the execution of it. If you take a loss, just know that you will recover from the loss. Have a plan to recover from the loss. Because if you get that win, you'll be living the life that you dreamed of, and it's worth the risk. That's what I have to say. I hope you find that a little bit inspirational. I'm about to get into a 3-minute flow of basically visualization affirmations of what I want my lifestyle to look like in 2021. We'll make sure to make this one real saucy and real fly for you, because that's kind of the mood that I'm in right now. I'm feeling good, sweetie. I'm drinking a green juice. Let me set my timer real quick. All right. It's 6 a.m. I wake up inside the Panorama Towers on the 32nd floor with strip-facing views. The sunrise coming from the east cast brilliantly through the bedroom windows. I'm laying in a huge, soft bed. I'm laying on very luxurious, soft, organic bed sheets and a bedspread. I step out of bed. The house smells of essential oils, peppermint, tea tree, bergamot. I walk into the living room and I tell Casper to open the blinds. As the blinds open, the light casts brilliantly, filling up the living room. I can see the white quartz countertops gleaming. I can see the gleam on the hardwood floors. The house is clean, spotless, and immaculate. The white leather couch looks real players facing the strip through the window. I go into the bathroom and grab a Versace robe, and then I head back out to the balcony. On the balcony, I just take about 30 seconds to just breathe in, allowing the air to fill the lower part of my belly, my pelvic floor, all the way down as if it was reaching to my feet. I feel energized and alive. I exhale, taking in the sunlight, allowing it to come into my eyes and hit my brain. After feeling the energy go up and down my spine, I go back into the apartment and I head over to that coffee maker that's already got my coffee brewed. I pull some organic walnut milk from the refrigerator and pour up a real quick coffee with that good walnut milk. I shower off with the organic essentials and get dressed in an Italian tailor-made suit with the Italian loafers. I elevator down and I get into an AMG C63 convertible, black with red interior. I pull out onto the strip and drive down I-15 north, headed to my office. Inside my office, I set down my briefcase and I go through my work emails, seeing the orders that my clients have requested for me to fulfill. I review the financials for my company. I take a second to look at my objectives and my goals that I have for business in this quarter. I'm abundant, I'm successful. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen, that is the 3 minutes. When we do this practice, the wonderful thing about this practice is that you give yourself a safe place to picture in vivid detail how you want to be living in the future. And like we say, you get what you picture in life. So the more time you spend actually developing the picture that you want for yourself, the more likely it is that the picture, the real thing, will actually manifest in your life. And remember, when you're doing these visualization affirmations, you really want to feel how it would feel to be living that life. Let me tell y'all a really quick story, and then I'm gonna hop because I gotta step out. When I was in Phoenix, I had a mentor. His name was Peter. He lived in California, and he had a real estate brokerage that he owned. He owned a hotel, a slew of apartments that he rented. He owned a lounge, a nightclub, and a radio station. He was a multimillionaire, self-made. I met him because he actually called in to the company that I was working in sales for at the time. He called in inquiring about a product. I gave him a sales pitch, and because my sales pitch was so crisp, he asked me what I do for a living. I said, well, I work in sales. And he said, I know, Jamal, but what do you do for a living? Have you ever heard of the power of intention? I said, I believe so, but can you tell me what that is? And he said, the power of intention is that when you have a strong desire and intention for something, you will bring people, opportunities, and resources into your life. And I believe that the reason that we're on the phone right now is because the power of intention allowed us to connect. And he said, so what is your purpose? I basically briefly told him what my purpose is, and I told him what my business goals were. And he said, excellent. I would be willing to mentor you, la-da-da-da-da-da. So long story short, he became my mentor. I was living in Phoenix. He invited me out to a mastermind session he was having with 3 of his mastermind members. So I pick up Peter from the airport when he arrives. We drive in South Phoenix to the mountains where all the $1 million homes are. From the mountains, you have crazy views of the Metropolitan. So we pull up. I'm in a busted Cobalt at the time, but I dressed my best. He was in this crazy tailor-made suit. It was probably 2 or 3 G's by itself. He had on a Hublot watch. We go inside. I meet everybody. I can tell everybody has money. Everybody's papered up. We eat some swordfish. We eat some salad. We're drinking some wine. And then me, Peter, and the 2 other gentlemen, we go outside on the terrace where they have this fireplace. Now, I got to take a second to describe the view from this man's crib. When we're inside eating and you look from the kitchen through the living room, it's a retracting glass wall. So it's summertime in Phoenix. It feels great outside at night. The wind is blowing, and we're just literally looking from the dinner table out at the entire Phoenix, Scottsdale, and Tempe cityscape. You can see the lights from the skyscrapers in Phoenix, and you can see the lights from all the residential homes throughout the valley. We're sitting outside, and this is the main point I wanted to make. We're sitting outside, chilling by the fireplace. The guys are smoking cigars, and I'm trying to soak up game. So I'm asking him, I say, if you could go back to when you were 23, knowing what you know now, what advice would you give to that 23-year-old you? Every one of the guys said, one of them was drunk. He's like, dude, he buys and sells businesses for a living. He was telling me how he bought a business for $500 and sold it and made another 3 on it. He's like, dude, I would tell myself, you need to go and picture everything you want, man. You need to know what car you want. You need to know where you want to live. You need to know what kind of women you want in your life. You need to know how you're going to dress, how much money you have. You need to picture your lifestyle, man, where you're going to be traveling. And he said, you have to get to the point where you feel how it would feel to actually be living that life in that time. They said, when you get to that point, you will speed up the getting there by who knows how long, but the point is you will speed it up to the point where you'll save yourself years and years and years of hard effort. And what they were really trying to, because I was asking them for direct business advice, like how can I be better in marketing, sales, how can I get into investing? And they just really kept going back to, you need to internalize the feeling of your visualizations so you feel good, because when you go out and actually execute your plans, that feeling is going to be interjected into everything you do. The way people react to you is going to change. They're going to react to you, even though you may be in a meager circumstance. They can feel that you have the energy of someone who is at a higher level in life, and they're still going to want to fuck with you. So that is the game. That's my little story. That's why I'm so passionate about the Visualize Your Success podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed that episode. Get real clear on your New Year visualizations. remove fear, remove doubt, accept the worst case scenario, and just go for it like you ain't playing. Go for it with 2 guns up, kicking the door in. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to step out. I really hope you enjoyed that flow, and I appreciate you for listening. Y'all are welcome to reach out to us at Organic Growth Nation on Instagram. Anytime you have questions or inquiries, follow Elliot Lucas, another handsome, wealthy, fly, successful gentleman out here in the game. Y'all stay blessed, stay safe, and stay up. I'ma holla.